A special night at the MCG on Friday night, 65,000 in the house for Spud's game, and what a night it was. At midday today, they'd raised $185,000 for mental health charity, and it's likely to tip over $200,000, but this pre-match ceremony was special.
It's always moving. This is the 5th Spud's game now, and year on year, I think it's becoming really clear how important speaking about mental health is, raising awareness for them. No teammate left behind is the massive message that's coming out of Spud's game, but I really want to take this one step further. I think it's time that we had a mental health round. I think Spud's game needs to kick it off on a Thursday night or Friday night, however they want to start it. That's the centrepiece for the round. But I think it's time that all 18 clubs jumped on board. A conversation was had around mental health, men's mental health, leading into it up to the week, and we raise as many funds as we can for the Danny Frawley Foundation or other mental health charities that are out there, because it's clear players struggle with it either in their career, post-career, and it's an important conversation that needs to be had. And the more we talk about it, the more people talk about their mental health and feel like it's acceptable and it's okay. So I think that's a really significant way forward that we need to make in the AFL. Absolutely, and
as we touched on, fantastic moment pre-match, but a really, really fitting moment at the end of the game. Our moment of the round. Harry McCarthy, cometh the moment, cometh the man. A guy who has spoken openly about his troubles with mental health and how he's battled with it during personal leave earlier in the season, and he just stepped up to the plate here.
He did. He was phenomenal. It was a brilliant goal to finish. It was a clutch moment, but as you said, a player that's been struggling and been open with struggling with his mental health and has come out recently and explained the things that helped him, how he was supported throughout it, and just a really fitting, touching moment for him to kick the goal. Obviously, Saints supporters would have loved that to go the other way, but yeah, it was good for Big Harry. Kicked 3 and the match winner in the Spuds game as well.
3 goals for Harry, 3 goals for Charlie as well, and a lot of the attention goes on that Carlton attack. But you want to talk about their defence, because that's something that's really blossomed with a few new characters this season.
Yeah, and I think at first people were pretty, I guess, strict or strong on their opinion of Nick Haynes and his ability to contribute with this defence, and throw him with Jack Silvani back there. And the two of them were fantastic on the evening, but they've been fantastic all season for the Blues. Wiedering's been down there as a lone hand for so long, and so many Carlton fans have said, who else can defend alongside him? Because he's a brick wall. Where else is the intercept possessions, the ability to peel off and to play third man up coming from? Well, it's Jack Silvani and Nick Haynes now who's playing a very nice role alongside Wiedering to be able to really shore up the defence. So their defensive profile, 75 points against, and that includes last week's, I'm going to call it a blip, 110 points against the Adelaide Crows. So for me, they're still a team that's very strongly knocking on the door of the top 8 purely from that defensive profile. They're very strong defensively, and often we see that being the key to success when you're looking at your premiership window, and I think that's a big key to Carlton's defence as well.
So you think Carlton can make the 8? Are there any other teams outside the 8 right now that you think can play finals, or do you really think that spot is Carlton's to take?
I think that's Carlton's to take. I think they're knocking on the door of the 8. I think purely that defensive profile, we know how strong their midfielders are. We've seen the 2 big boys up front starting to fire as well. So for me, they're the team that's sitting outside the 8 at the moment that have that potential to jump in and take that spot in there.
A couple of troubling injury incidents that happened in that game for Carlton. So Mitch McGovern was taken in a paramedic ambulance to hospital with a chest issue. He's been cleared of any major or structural damage today, so that's great news, and he could be back pretty soon on field. Lockie Cowan was the other one. He went down with a hamstring. It's the same hamstring that he hurt that he did against Collingwood in round 5 of this year, so disappointing to see a re-injury of that one, and we'll wait and see just to see how long he spends out of the game. But you think with a re-injury that he'll probably take maybe 3 weeks or more to get over that one. Mattaes Phillipou, you're a big fan of him. He's back. St Kilda fans love him, and he's starting to show exactly what he can do. Yeah,
I mean, I loved his injection into the midfield late last year. Unfortunately, he lit up the track in pre-season and then suffered a bone stress of the femur, which takes a long time to come back from. We've finally seen him. Had another setback last week when he had a corky in the last session of the week to get up for the game. Was a late out. And I think we're finally going to see the best of Phillipou in sort of season 2025. I know he spent a large chunk of the game in the forward half. He kicked 2 goals as a result of that, but his ability to win contested possession, lay tackles, I just can't wait for him to earn the right to roll back through that midfield, because he's someone that Saints fans I know are excited about, and so they should be. I'm really ready for him to take off in 2025.